Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Boogie back again with a new video. I hope you guys enjoy. Today we're going to go through all the team lists of the weekend, key matchup of every game, and then we'll finish off with my fantasy team. There not much really changing there. I'll just run through the way we look going into the weekend. So I hope you guys enjoy. Comment down below your changes for the weekend, your teams. We're coming into round 17 really closely, so this one is a round that we're going to really watch players that we could either bring in or not. For me, I'm not playing round 17 as hard as what most are, but we'll see where we go anyway. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. First game of the weekend, we got the Seagulls versus the Storm, and my key matchup for this game is definitely Cherry Evans versus Jerome Hughes. Cherry Evans coming off the loss in Origin and really needs to perform in this one, I believe. He always seems to perform in Clubland, but Origin at the moment, he's not playing the best at the moment. So another matchup I'm keen to watch is Jake Trbojevic at 13 versus Brendan Smith. I think that's going to be a crazy one. Munster is maybe out in this one, so just keep that in mind when we're making bets and that sort of stuff. But I think the Storm should still get it done. It might be a lot tougher if Munster's not in. Another little key in that may play this weekend is Ryan Pappenhausen. I might trade for him depending on how he looks this week. So I'm just going to look, give him the eye test, see if he's all goods to go and that, and then yeah, we'll bring him in. Next game, we got the Knights versus the Titans, and this game just got a little bit tougher to predict because of number one, Kalen Ponga is not in this game, so Tex Hoy's jumping in. AJ Brimson at fullback for the Titans. So my key matchup is within the 13 role again. We got Kurt Mann versus Tino for Asul Malaawi. Keen for that matchup. Other ones, you got Mitch Barnett versus Beau Fermor. I really rate Beau Fermor. I think he's a good player as well. So all across the park, I want to see Anthony Milford keep the form that he brought into the Pacific game over the weekend with Samoa. So we'll see how we go. I've got the Knights at the moment, but then again, I have a feeling the Titans have got to bounce back somewhere, and I feel like this has got to be the game that they bounce back. Next game, we got the Panthers versus Roosters, and my key matchup in this game is going to be obviously the halves. So we got Nathan Cleary versus Jerome Luai versus Sam Walker, and unfortunately, there's no Luke Keary, so we got Drew Hutchison. Other matchups, we got, you got the wingers like Suwali and Taylor May, or To'o versus Suwali, Daniel Tupou. Like this game's going to be stacked. The Roosters will come out and be ready for this matchup. Victor Radley's back as well. But, the Panthers are the Panthers, so I really can't go either way of the Panthers. But definitely keeping an eye on players like Victor Radley and all that sort of stuff and see how they come back off injury. Next game, we got the Bulldogs versus Sharks. So my key matchup in this game is the fullback. So I can't wait to see Jake Averillo go again. I'm really rating him at fullback at the moment. I think that's his position. And versus Will Kennedy, who is one of the safest fullbacks in the comp at the moment. Other matchups, you got obviously Flanagan and Nico Hines, Matt Merton versus Matty Moylan. The backline matchups become more intriguing now that the Bulldogs are playing really good footy. So overall, not too many changes to talk about. I'm excited to see Pangai versus McGuinness. I'm excited to see McGuinness. This is his first week in our fantasy squad this week, so I'm excited to see him run. Royce Hunt's another guy maybe I'll look at. Pretty sheepy that could play a little bit of minutes, but again, I'm not too sure. Like round 17 is so tough to pick for. There's no one really there that I'm kind of intrigued about, so yeah. Next matchup, we got the Cowboys versus the Broncos, and my key matchup in this one is definitely Adam Reynolds versus Chad Townsend. It's the matchup of the two older heads going to the two new teams and boosting them up. So Adam Reynolds obviously doing that to the Broncos, getting them into 5th position. Could be 4th if anything. And Chaddy Townsend getting them to 3rd, which is fucking like outstanding. So not too many big ones. Obviously Luciano Leilua, maybe a guy to watch in this one, see how he goes for the end of the year. He's coming off the bench, but maybe I can imagine like he pushes out Gilbert maybe. Maybe they'll run him in a game, see how he goes, and then next week he starts over Gilbert. I don't think they play next week, so, a couple of weeks. I got the Cowboys in this one. Unfortunately, I just see the Cowboys being very strong. Like over the year, like this year, they've been so strong over the park. The Broncos do need to bounce back though after the week. Obviously they had a tough loss against the Storm. It was really close. Like, a lot of people like all respected the Broncos in that game, but yeah. Paddy Carrigan, I'm keen to see him go up against Tamalolo as well. That's another key matchup. Next game, we've got the Rabbitohs versus the Eels. And my key matchup in this one is the fullback. So obviously Latrell Mitt is back. Your big Latrell Mitchell. And Clint Gutherson. So I can't wait to see that matchup. It's going to be crazy. This is pretty stacked all over the park. It really depends on how the Rabbits turn up. There is a couple of players you could look at for fantasy in this one, like Kalola Matangi. Yeah, that's possibly it, really. Cody Nicarima, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's not too much going on there, but the Eels, they play round 17 as well. Ryan Madison, who's looking like he's not getting an Origin jersey, maybe he's a big in for our round 17 team. So a lot to think about, but we'll have to see how this game turns out. Next one, boys, and you already know how I feel about this one. So we've got the Wars returning home against the Tigers at Mount Smart Stadium. Key matchups all over the park. I'm so excited to see Ewan Aiken back at centre. That's a big one. I feel like our forward pack's decent. It's not there yet. Obviously, we're missing some big boys, but depending, I would love to see Bunty probably start, but Jazzy's been okay at the moment. So obviously the key to us is Shawnee. If SJ can play decent standard of footy, and then Volkman come off the back of that, and then you got Reece Walsh at the back, who's just all strike. So I'm excited for this one. Excited to see Ewan Aiken at centre. Keep an eye out. He's an experienced centre. He's always been there. That's been his best position till come to the Warriors. He's been a really good second rower, but we need that centre cover. And finally, we've put someone in there that can do that. So I'm excited. Really excited for this game. Got the Wars. And last game of the weekend, we got the Dragons versus the Raiders. And pretty much, I feel like it's going to be a pretty close matchup, only because the Dragons are coming into form a little bit. They are a bit up and down, and the Raiders are known to be really up and down. So key matchup in this game, we got the halves. Obviously, I'm just excited to see Jamal Fogarty and Whiten come together finally. Ben Hunt and Armone. Armone's starting to get some form a little bit in Clubland. Didn't play amazing in Tonga, but I still think he's a classy player. Benny Hunt's in best form, so excited to see that. Other key matchups: Tarek Sims versus Adam Elliott. Tarek Sims will probably be damaged about the whole missing the Blues camp. Adam Elliott's playing amazing footy, so I'm excited to see that one. Chance Nickel-Clockstag is on the bench too, so I'm not sure how Ricky will play that. If you're Xavier Savage owner, we may see him only play 50 minutes. We may only see him move to the wing. I don't know. So it's one of those things with Ricky Stewart. In this one, I have got the Raiders. So this is how my team's looking for the weekend. I'll run through the team list. I might do a couple of switches in. I'm not too sure. I think everyone is in where I want them to be. I'm keeping Xavier Savage in emergency. I really don't know how he's going to play this weekend. Judging with Chance on the bench. I do have a feeling Chance might play centre though. He has played centre before. He's a really good centre, but for me, he's a better fullback. But you got Savage there too, so it's going to be tough to put them both together. So running for the team, we got Teddy, we got Drinkwater, we got Nico Hines, was a pretty decent back three in my opinion. Isaac Tungo and Penasini. Tungo had an amazing test with Samoa, so I feel like he's going to come back into form again. Penasini was pretty decent for Tonga. He's been really good for us all year, so definitely a hold for now until maybe the end, and he plays round 17. Cleary and Avarillo is our halves at the moment. I'm excited to see Avarillo again. I just keep thinking he adds strings to his bow every time he plays. I know he scores 2 tries and only averaged about 47 in that, but the more he plays in that position, he's doing everything right. So the more I will see better scores from him, I reckon. Tohu Harris, Adam Elliott is my edges. I think they're pretty strong edges to be fair. Joshy Schuster's obviously not playing in the starting role, so I'm a bit worried about how he will score this week. A bit worried about that trade, to be honest. Yeah, it probably was a dud trade for me. I just think he's a classy player. He played amazing for Samoa, but, Clubland, bro, you can't get that starting role over Davey, who has been playing really good as well. But, my forwards got Tamalolo, Papali'i, and Cam McGuinness, who is my new recruit. I'm excited to see how Cam will go for us. Reed Marnie locking us up at the top at the hooking role, so excited to see how he goes. That was just in. Ryan Madison apparently may not play on the weekend, so we'll have to watch over him. Maybe he might not be a trade in this week. Who knows? On our bench, we got Maxi King, who's still in that starting role at the moment, and I'm loving having him at the moment. He's becoming like a hold, so keeping him. Joshy Schuster's been a bit disappointing, but we'll have to see how he goes. He played amazing in Samoa. It was obviously against the Cookies, who weren't amazing either, but for a player to do what he does on a football field is fucking unreal. Cooler, I got him on the bench still, and I feel like Brandon Smith, after that little play at New Zealand, he played amazing for me, in my opinion. He didn't play outstanding, but he played really, really well. So Hopefully he brings that to Clubland round, playing 13, starting 13. So I'm excited to see how they play with him, getting some more runs and stuff. Savage, Karaz, Fidel on my emergency, and Wishart will not play. So maybe play round 17. We'll see how he goes. But if Munster's out, you never know. He might slip straight in. So we'll keep an eye on him. Karaz might go into Cooler's position depending on like how I feel. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'll leave him. I'm not sure how who's playing first and that. But you know, these are all decisions I'll make up to game day, and you guys will see coming up. So yeah. If you are watching this, I did record this on Wednesday. I'm probably going to edit it on Thursday. I had a late wake up and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, sorry for the late one, guys. But, you know, we're back again. Consistency next week. We'll get into Monday, Wednesdays again. And, yeah, hope you guys enjoy the content. Comment down below your thoughts on the weekend, how we're going to go. And peace out.